something. I'm just doing another video. I was gonna broadcast today, but the only option for me to play as far as gaming was basically, Shadow of the Colossus, which is a decent game. And there was It Takes Two, which is pretty fun. My friend Spike, he wants me to play that game, and I don't have a problem playing that game. The only problem that I have, truth be told, is that I really can't broadcast the way I want to. You know, Today I went out to go grab me a camera. It is the Canon EOS 50V. So basically, it's a vlogging camera. It costs, an okay amount, and I think it's a good starter camera. The guy said, "Hey, do you want the 4 year plan for 130 or the 2 year plan for it's like $99?" I grabbed the 2 year plan simply because I don't plan to, like this is like a momentary style camera. Like I don't feel like paying like 30 extra bucks for 4 years. Like to me, it's just unnecessary because I plan to get me a decent camera. Um, I plan to get the Mark 6. I mean the EOS 6 Mark 3, you know. Um, if the Mark 3 version of the Fav doesn't come out. So, that's what I got as far as today. Um, and hopefully I can start, broadcasting once my computer's fixed. Once my computer's fixed, it will be showtime. Or even if it's not fixed, I'm probably going to just broadcast on my PlayStation 5. Um, you know. And you know what's so funny? PlayStation 5 is $600. I thought, it would go down in price. That sucker went up in price. They basically give you a newer version of the PS5. Um, and I'm not going to sit up here and buy another PS5. That's just not what I'm doing. Uh, what's so funny? I still own the original. I own the original PS5 that came out so long ago, once upon a time. Like when the PS5 was being sold, that's when I grabbed my PS5. I haven't even used it all like that. Let's see. We can't see you. Yeah, I'm just sitting in the dark, truth be told. I understand. I'm going to be broadcasting. I'm looking to be broadcasting tomorrow. I got me a new camera. So right now I'm just winding things down, truth be told. Hey, what's up, 5LC? Welcome to the broadcast, man. Just another solo night broadcasting. Doing a live. Um, Shoot, I'm just like I said today or slash tomorrow. I'm gonna be broadcasting. I have my web camera. Cost me enough money, So it was like what? It was like $1,045. That's for the camera, 2 year protection, and the memory card. Just like a basic starter thing to get off the ground. Truth be told, um, once they finish fixing my computer at Best Buy, then I'll be good. I'll be set. I had to buy me a whole new motherboard. I have no idea how this happened, but my motherboard, it's like it's some kind of surge or whatever killed the motherboard. So I had to sit there and take it to the Geek Squad for them to basically flip that out. That's the only thing when it comes to doing everything by a PC is that when you have something mess up with a PC, you have to basically know how to repair it. That or pay for a subscription. Yo, what's up? Said hi. Hey, what's up, Logan? Welcome, man. Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome, welcome. And just to give everybody a heads up, I am going to be looking to play more story mode kind of games. Stuff like I guess I do like Fortnite, I will say that. So I'm going to play Fortnite here and there. Stardew Valley, probably some indie games, probably Subnautica, stuff like that. I mean, I try to keep it creative, you know, some creative stuff. Do you like rap music? I actually do. Rap music does appeal to me. I haven't listened too much rap music since, but I mean, I like rap music. It's like off and on for the most part. So, well, I will be playing like some instrumentals in the background. What's that lo-fi music the streamers play to the background? I do like that kind of stuff, you know. So I'm probably gonna be having like whenever I broadcast, have that kind of stuff playing to the background. I have a song I want you to listen to when you can. Yeah, sure thing, man. All you have to do is just post it in the comments. I'll check it out. Yeah, just post it straight into the comments. I'll check it out. I like listening to different kind of songs and instrumentals, especially. I looked up some instrumentals on YouTube. I even look up instrumentals for like movies, stuff like that. The what do they call it? The OST. Pretty decent stuff. Even music from video games. Listen to stuff like that. But I have like a playlist of different kind of instrumentals that I will play to the background whenever I'll game. So it's called Supernova by Gone. You know what? It sounds pretty interesting. I can definitely check that out. Supernova by Gone. I bet if I look up Supernova, if I look up Supernova, they're going to give me something with outer space. So I could definitely look that up. Supernova by Gone. Okay. Most definitely. I will check that out. So I will see as far as that. I mean, what kind of music is it? Is it rap music? It's a fire song. One second. I feel like looking it up now, man. You just stirred my interest. One second. I have my tablet around here. Let me look this up now. One sec. I gotta look this up now. Supernova by Gone. One second. Let me check this out. It's a rap song. One second. Let me check this out. Taking this tablet. One sec. I got this huge tablet, man. This thing costs like, well, really, it didn't cost $200, but it came close to. This is huge, man. This is a very decent tablet. This thing was like 5 stars, or is 5 stars. One second, here we go. Yeah, got this thing off Amazon. Way up there, man. It's like 13 inches. Looks like a goddamn computer screen. Like it looks like the screen of it. You would think. I mean, it comes close to like a MacBook or something like that. A laptop. Yeah, it's actually pretty decent. It's a pretty big tablet screen. I'm gonna look this thing up now. Supernova by Gone. Okay. I hope they don't sit up there and ding my video. 9 times out of 10, I think that's what they might do. They do stuff like that. Let's see. Come on, tablet, start up. Yeah, very much so. It's a big tablet, man. It feels like a small TV. Feels like a small television. Okay, Supernova. One second. It's loading up now. One sec. One thing I hate about summertime is I cannot stand bugs, man. Like they irritate me and annoy me. Like I let my dogs outside, and sometimes the back door will be open, and that's just a recipe for disaster when it comes to any kind of fly going to and fro. Can't stand bugs, man. One second, let me see. I got 4 dogs. Yeah, I just can't. Like, I'm a person who just can't. I just don't like. I don't like that feeling of being in the same room with the bug. Like, that's just something that throws me off, way off. One second. Shoot, that thing probably escaped. Shoot. Anyway, whatever, man. Let me look up this song. And it's been hot as ever. Okay, Supernova. What the heck was that? Oh. All right, looking it up now. Supernova, Oasis, Supernova, Liz something. Okay, there's a few people who sing Supernova. But one second, one second. Okay, here we go. Y'all check it out. I don't want to play too much of it simply because YouTube is like Skynet. So what happens is whatever I play, it'll just flag the video. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. I could definitely look it out. I mean, check it out some more. It's just I don't want to play it in this video because of how YouTube works. Like if you play anything, I mean just anything. If you let's say if you sing a song and you sound close to the video, they will probably, flag your video for whatever song you're singing. It's at that level, man. I think Twitch, they actually will mute your video. Twitch will mute it. YouTube, they'll allow your video if the artist shares, their song, but they will demonetize it. Not to say I can monetize it. Like I'm not even at that level yet. But for anybody watch, definitely feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. We'll be playing different kind of videos. I mean, different kind of games. Anyways, I'm gonna go now. Have a good night, man. Yeah, you too. You too, Logan. It was nice seeing you, man. Most definitely. But yeah, today was pretty chill. I went to go visit family. Um, and what can you say? I hate going to the hospital, man. I truly do. Like going to the hospital can be a very annoying and unnerving thing. It really can be. For anybody who's ever had family, you go to the hospital, you have to see family and check their condition each day after day after day. And it could just, it can really wear and tear on you, man, to be perfectly honest. When they're trying to level out, what I'm saying, make everything better. Shoot. But I'm trying to put my mind elsewhere when it comes to stuff, man. Like that's another reason why I didn't really want to broadcast today because it can be taxing to sit up there and have all these other things that you need to think about. While at the same time, you're thinking about family. You know, have you ever tried to get business done while you have to, while you're like emotionally drained? It can be taxing, man. It can be real taxing. Like it reminds me of people who have family members who go missing and that like they still have to function. They still have to go to work. They still have to come home. They still have to pay bills. Like that's crazy. Like I really do wonder about people who, let's just say you had a family member go missing. You don't know where they are. You have to call the authorities and report them missing and send out a statement. Like, what do you do from that standpoint? You ever think about that? A family member or somebody who you love, or let's just say even your dog runs away or something like that. You still have to sit up there and go to work. Like your life doesn't stop. Like life, the world doesn't stand still because something happened to you. I think that's one of the most unnerving things, you realize as you go older is that the world still keeps going, even though, what I'm saying, you might be heavily afflicted. Really does give one, something to think about. Um, I know when it comes to me, I mean, I'm sure that could be very unnerving. There was one time when I thought my dog ran away, and yeah, I was like, I wasn't able to just gather myself at that point because I had them in the backyard and like two of my dogs, one's a Jack Terrier, the other one is like I have no idea because I took a picture of my one dog, but I did a Google image search and I haven't come across any image. So basically, it's a mixture of two different dogs, long hair, black and white, and medium build. And I did not come across any other dog that looks like that dog. So I'm thinking it's more of the mutt persuasion. But doing a reverse image search, I didn't come across anything. But I still love my dog all the same. I'm not going to give up my dog and give him away. No, I'm gonna try to be a better owner. I will say that. I have been walking them too much. But yeah, my dog when they were sitting up there fighting, and one dog he went off to like this crack or crevice or whatever, basically between two items that was on the porch, and he couldn't get out. So I thought I lost him. I'm calling him again and again and again, and he's not, what I'm saying, coming back, and I'm just sitting here getting nervous, thinking that he got out the backyard. Come to find out, I mean, I just went back in the house and laid down. But come to find out, I got check the backyard. He's still out there. The funny thing, how I found he was still out there is that he was barking at the other dog. So I was like, oh my goodness. I was so happy to find him. I was happy as ever to find my dog. But, it just goes to show, you never know what you have until you no longer have it, man. It leaves a void. When you lose someone or anyone or something's just not there anymore, like it really does leave a void in your heart, you know. Um, it's kind of hard to function, stuff like that. But I think because I've spent so much time by myself alone that I'm able to take certain hits that I think that most people really can't. Living an isolated kind of lifestyle, you can withstand more than what the people can around you. That's the crazy thing, man. Like you're almost, made of steel. Like you're fashioned from vibranium. Like it doesn't hurt you as much as it would somebody who is brand new to that kind of stuff. Like for example, when it came to the whole lockdowns because of the pandemic, and they said, well, you have to stay indoors for was it 15 days or a month or something? They said I think it could have been a week. Man, I'm just looking at people bouncing off the walls because they couldn't go outside was like something else. I think they said like 15 days or something. And I was like, man, this is normal for me. Shoot, 15 days felt like nothing because this is very much so how, this kind of lifestyle goes. So it was kind of it was kind of funny to see people having to do that, like the government forces you to stay locked up for 15 or 14 days when you spent way more time than that, you know what I'm saying, without being told that. So I would say that is a somewhat a positive thing. Like, like you do become stronger as far as that. Um, so that's what I will say when it comes to that. I wonder who else is living the same kind of lifestyle as me. Who, oh, who? Is there anybody listening out to the void, out to the universe? Is there any life out there that's similar to mine? Feel free to talk to me. Tell me, what's your thoughts? What are you thinking? How do you spend your day? Think of this as a therapist couch. I was looking at some videos. I was watching what was that Corey Kenshin play Poppy was it Poppy Playtime 4. Corey Kenshin's pretty good. I also watched Queso play Poppy Playtime Chapter 4. Just older videos. Like I think the first time I started watching older videos or story style videos was when I came across Markiplier's channel when he was playing Five Nights at Freddy's. I think that's the first time I ever really started sitting down watching somebody play video games. I would just sit down and watch for. I mean, I would watch episode after episode, and what's so funny? I would sit up there and just play it to the background and just go to sleep with the whole Five Nights at Freddy's thing playing in the background. Ain't that something? I mean, I don't watch TV like that. I watch YouTube. As funny as that sounds. And I mean, it was pretty funny. I watched him play Alien Isolation. That was pretty decent, also. And I've always thought about being at that level to where I can play like story mode kind of games and give a like I said, um entertaining, you know. I want to do that kind of stuff. I want to be like that kind of content creator that plays video games and still it can like, really keep up with the story. My problem is that, it's like when I come across these puzzle moments when you gotta figure something out, man, I'll be stuck for a while. A second, somebody's saying something. Well, I thought somebody was saying something. Why did the screen move? Very strange. But yeah, that's how that goes. I'm just trying to get better at that whole story mode kind of stuff. But like I said, I got my camera. You know what I'm saying my layout is the other room, pretty much mapped out. I just need my other PC. Once I get my other PC, I'll be good. I'll be golden Freddy. I'll be able to, get stuff going. I hope I don't have to get anything extra when it comes to a tripod. Just something that can hold the camera up. I'm hoping, that I don't have to get anything more, man. I've spent enough money, you know? I cannot stand spending off credit cards, man. Credit cards are not the way to go when it comes to, trying to buy anything, you know? I mean, my credit is very good thanks to family, truth be told. But at the same token, it's like, you know, I have to really watch myself. I cannot spend into um, bad credit. I mean, I'm above 700, so that's good, close to 800. But I think after buying this stuff off a credit card, it's going to dip my credit probably down to like 710 because right now it stands at like 760 something. The other one stands is like 768, like very way up there. Good credit goes a long way sometimes. But that's just the case. In what's up, chat? What's up to whoever's watching? Feel free to give commentary. Talk about whatever subject. I'm just talking about random stuff. Truth be told, whatever pops in my head right now. To be honest, I feel like turning on the air. That's for sure. It's burning up in this room, man. Not burning up, but it's just hot. It's a hot whatever shoot. I feel like going on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, following some random female's profile. Not to sound weird. I mean, guys normally do that type of stuff. I understand that. But I just feel like going to some random woman's profile and just seeing what she's doing. Like, oh, well, what is she doing? Oh, she's doing a makeup tutorial. Oh, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Just random stuff. Random stuff, man. That's how guys really in my kind of situation do. I mean, you don't even have to be in my situation. You could just be a regular average Joe. I think for a large part, the most degree, guys follow females on social media. And plus, I'm not some kind of weirdo. When I say follow, I'm not talking about actually follow. I'm talking about, the way you would follow a celebrity or whatever topic, you know. It's not to the degree to where I'm like, oh well, can I get your phone number? It's not that type of stuff. Because I think you have to have limits when it comes to strangers. Like you don't just sit up there and just cross certain boundaries. But that's how that goes. I was looking up some videos of, it's like similar guys who live this kind of lifestyle. And there's this one guy, Brandon, I mean, I wish the guy well. I truly do. But he keeps, saying the same thing again and again. And the thing is that here's the thing when it comes to Brandon, and I do wish him well. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do hope that he, levels his life. But he's been saying this stuff about relationships and dating and loneliness and looks when it comes to it being the only thing that matters. He's been saying this stuff for years, man. I'm talking about ever since I came across his channel. And that's like once upon a time, going way back. He's been saying the same thing for years. And Like his original video called No Swag, I saved that video, but I saved it like to like an MP3 player as far as the audio. I wish I would have saved the video altogether because that video was like the starting point of everything that he's talking about now. I mean, if you actually seen that video and you watched every other video afterwards, you can see that that was where the tailspin began. You know, I mean, he's just been doing this stuff for so long. I mean, he's probably been doing this thing for like 20 years, man. You know, not to date myself, and I don't even think I was watching him that long, but he's been doing this thing for a large chunk of his life. And I'm like, dude, like, how long can you keep whistling the same tune? Like, how long? And I think that's the main reason why I never got into these circles when it comes to, or stay to these circles when it comes to guys living that kind of lifestyle. Because you have to ask yourself the serious question, where's all this going? Because I can't imagine living that kind of solo lifestyle and getting older and older and older and older and older. Like, to me, that sounds like a nightmare. You understand what I'm saying? Like there has to be a breaking point at some point to where you feel happiness and success to where you have your own little, piece of heaven where you are, you know? I can't imagine, simply just being perpetually unhappy, you know? I mean, I have flashes of joy here and there. When I game, what I'm saying, with my friend Spike, I would say that's one of the high points of my day because he's a solid guy. He has his own issues as well, but I will say that there definitely is a spark to where I can see him being better. I think he's just so used to dealing with nonsense that he just sometimes gets irritated, gets overwhelmed and irritated. So I mean, like there's a couple of people as far as a few channels, they sat up there and they talk about the issues that they deal with, and it's very reminiscent of my friend Spike. Like for like this one guy named Axios Portal. I don't think Spike is at that level of Axios Portal, um, but I think that people like Axios Portal and this one guy, he goes by the name Lorith Mavka or Mavka Lorith, depending on how you see his how you pronounce his screen name. But he'd be like, "Hello, this is Lorith Mavka, aka Rogan Osryan." He does this stuff as he's playing Grand Theft Auto. You know what I'm saying? He's like sitting in a car or driving down a road playing Grand Theft Auto. And I mean, it's some interesting stuff. In fact, truth be told, I'm gonna be honest with you, I might have to swag jack that guy and do that myself. Just pop up to the video playing Grand Theft Auto, or what I'm saying, just driving around the city. Hello, this is Lord of Mathka, aka Rogan Ryan, and just and just start broadcasting. I think I'm gonna do that, man. Shout out to all the other guys who live this kind of lifestyle. Hey, man, I'll be your voice, man. I'll be your voice. Um, but I think I might actually do something like that. So, shoot. Um, but I would talk some more. But truth be told, I'm trying to like. There's so much that I want to do that it's just I want a solid plan to accomplish. But I'm gonna end this video for now. But what's up to all who watched the channel? Feel free to definitely subscribe and hit that like button. I'll catch y'all later.